Is the 1979 Land Rover Series 3. Do a quick walk around. I apologize for the dirt. It's been very muddy here, and that's mostly just off the driveway. I was told this truck used to belong to the British Air Force, and hence the yellow light on top. It does work. A few things we've got here. I'll come around the side. If I can get a whole picture here. These sliding windows in the back have been added. If you pay careful attention, you'll note they're not Land Rover factory windows, but they do slide, and so that's pretty neat. See what I can tell you about the truck. The body's generally in good shape for an unrestored truck from 1979. Tires have good tread. We've got 4 of those. They're all about like that. The spares have probably, seen better days, but they're spares. We've got this spare that bolts to the hood, and there's a spare inside the cab, bolts to the back of the seat box. Previous owners added this 5-bar checker plate. It's pretty cool. You can see here a few wrinkles. The body's not perfect, but it looks good from a short distance. Frame is solid. You got this aftermarket brush guard. I've never been able to find a switch that turns those fog lights on. They're there, but I've never used them. You can see the breakfast tray is in good shape. Okay, and what you're seeing on the frame there is not rust. That's some of that dirt from the flooding we had. It's just splashed up on the frame. The frame's actually in excellent shape. Needs a good wash. A little mildew on the paint. This paint, typical for British, was rollered on. To me it looks great. I like the rugged military type look, but that's my preference. You can see here typically where the bulkheads rust out. This one's fine. There's not really any rust in the bulkhead anywhere. The only rust in this vehicle is here in these steel door tops. Okay, and then typically, I don't know if you'll be able to see it with the phone, down here inside this door panel, that channel is rusted, as all Land Rovers do there. The interior's in reasonable condition. This hole's the only hole in the cloth interior. It's got this cool console box here. I actually use this truck, so ignore the trash, please. It's typical Spartan Land Rover. Here's your spare tire in the back. You'll notice it's carpeted. The carpet was there when I got it. Carpet needs a good cleaning. Again, please ignore the tools. The only other upholstery problem is here. This back seat was ripped like that when I got it. It could be recovered or duct tape or just leave it as it is. So, let's start it up. Oh, no headliner. It is what it is. This Alpine window has been painted, presumably by the military. I scraped this one off, and it looks fine. It's easy to take that paint off with a razor blade. And then I got lazy, and I didn't do that one. So hopefully you can get a lot better perspective on the truck with this video instead of just a series of pictures. With the carpeting and with this kind of padding that a previous owner has added, it's actually a bit quieter than your typical Series Land Rover. It is a Series Land Rover, so I'm not saying it's quiet, but it's quieter. Alright, it's about 53 degrees this morning. This truck hasn't been started in a couple of days, so let's see what happens. Just grab my keys out of the console here. Turn your video sideways. Alright. Alright, we're in neutral. My brake is set. I don't know if you can hear that. That's the electric fuel pump running. go. You can see that this vehicle has not been started. I added this temperature gauge. It's stone cold. So it starts pretty easy for a cool morning. Of course, these guys, the handles are broken, typical for Series 3, but the vents open and close with no problem. This switch here is your overhead yellow light. It does work. I'm pretty sure this was actually used by the military, or someone has gone to a lot of trouble to make it look that way. Because this thing that says brake is a brake blackout switch where you can turn the brake lights off for convoying. It is not an MOD truck. It's a civilian frame. So that's all I know about the history. These red lines you see coming out of here, that just goes to that yellow light. Pretty much everything works. I'll open the hood for you. I think she'll stay at idle there. But you know, having had a Series 3, you got to eat your Wheaties for this one. I'm going to try it with the phone in my hand. Alright, there we are. Here's your engine. This has always bugged me, but not enough to fix it. It was kind of like this when I got it. Everything works, but the wiring could use a good dressing up. I did add this piece of loom here when I added the Delco alternator. You can't really tell, but there is a Pertronix electronic ignition module. That Edelbrock cap there was missing the cap when I got it. It's a true PCV cap, so it does have vents on the bottom. I do have an open element air cleaner. It's not on the truck, but I have it. It fits fine. No idea what that hole is. It was there when I got it, but the thing's solid. It drives good. Take it for a quick spin. Hopefully this video is not too long. Alright, reverse. We're in low range. As you know, it's quite low in a Series Rover. All the four-wheel drive works fine. High range works fine. The transmission does not pop out of gear, which it does on a lot of old Rovers. That it pulls steady. Fully synchronized transmission in the Series 3, which is kind of nice. Some of our storm damage pushed up there. Anyway, hope this gives you a good idea about the truck. Be happy to answer any more questions, and thanks for watching.